Hi everyone, I'm Bryton. So as much as I love reading, there are lots of books that I've missed out on, one of them being Redwall. I finally read it this past year, loved it, so many good recipes in there to work from. One of them was candied chestnuts. Now I did a quick search for candied chestnuts to see what sort of came up. There is a very long processed one called marron glacé. Unfortunately, it takes several days to make, so we are going to make a speedier version of candied chestnuts. So a few notes before I start. Chestnuts. Here in Perth, you can only get them for like 1 month of the year. You can't get them canned. If you want to make anything outside of that, tough luck. I found these in the UK. I think it was from like Sainsbury's. If you're in the States, Amazon has them, so I've got a link for that. If you can't find these, your alternatives will be hazelnuts and pecans. Whatever you do, do not do water chestnuts. They are not the same, they're completely different. The other thing is if you're making candied anything, has to be a relatively dry day. Any humid weather means that these aren't going to dry properly. I'm just gonna have like a sticky mess. So to make this, can of chestnuts. These ones are best because they are vacuum packed, so it's not like they're going to be all goopy and soaked and whatnot. We've got some sugar, we're going to get some water, and I'm using a vanilla bean paste instead, but that or vanilla essence works just as well. So to make this, we're going to take 250 grams of sugar. We're going to pop that into a pan with 125 mils of water and place that over a low heat. Just keep stirring that sugar until it's dissolved. Then you're going to pop in half a teaspoon of this vanilla bean paste, and then you're going to bring that to a boil. Then you're going to take your chestnuts and pop that into the syrup, and we're going to simmer that for, look, it can be anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. It depends on the sizing of the chestnuts. Basically, you just want them nice and tender. While that's cooking, we're going to grab another pot, take the other 250 grams of sugar and 75 mils of water, mix that together, bring to a boil, and then you're going to simmer it for another 5 minutes. While that's simmering, we're going to remove the chestnuts and just pop them onto a cool rack just to cool off and dry. Then we're going to combine the syrup and the other glaze, bring that all to a boil, and then remove that from the heat. Take a skewer, pop a chestnut onto it, and the sugar syrup, and then we're going to place it onto a baking tray lined with baking paper. And then you're just going to let that cool. You're going to want to keep these tucked away though. Not only are these candied chestnuts a favorite in Redwall, they will be a favorite with everyone that you know.